Hello everyone, Sargon Destroyer of Worlds here, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. Yes, we are back here in Beavertown, and as you can see, last episode we focused on making this District number 2 self-sustaining. We do have forest and trees being grown here. This will eventually dry out, and there will be trees here as well. And of course, we do have some food that is currently flooded, but we are working to solve that problem. And that will hopefully be solved once this is built. But there's going to be much more we're going to do here. But as I mentioned after our last episode, we're going to focus on food. Oh, glorious, glorious food. Because right now, in our main district, district number 1 over here, we have potatoes and carrots and sunflowers. And those potatoes become grilled potatoes, and that's it. So we are going to diversify. Yes, diversify our food sources here in District 1 this episode. Our beavers are going to become quite happy and ecstatic by the buffet options that they will now have available to them. But this is going to take work. This is going to take lots of work. So let's get out of this and let's look at our food. So we're going to come into food. As you can see, we have our farmhouse on the go, but we have not unlocked the aquatic farmhouse. So let's do that. 150 science, and we've got plenty. So we're going to do that. We need a grist mill, and this grist mill will need power, but in fact, we're going to need at least 2 to start with. So let's unlock, oops, sorry, that's the bakery, the grist mill here, 180 science. And then we need the bakery. So the bakery, as you can see, there's 3 things that we can make with the bakery, which we'll go through shortly. So let's unlock the bakery here as well. So, and if we have a look-see, we're going to do one other thing to give us another food option, and that is to come into wood, and we're going to do the tapper shack, which will give us access to maple syrup. So let's unlock that for 500 science. And thank goodness we have all these inventor huts because we just spent a lot of science. So we're waiting for all this to dry itself up. The fact that this is now here and complete will help with that. But what is funny is we're going to do a few things here. We're actually going to extend and build out another levee system here. We will bring it all the way down. And we will need to put in some floodgates. And we're going to have to temporarily build some stairs up and over. Although we could demolish it, but we do want to control the water and keep it away from here. And we do need as well, while we're out here, we're going to mark that for demolition. And why are we doing that? Well, quite simply, the first thing we're going to start doing over here, come back into our food, is the aquatic farmhouse. So we're going to work to place 2 of these. Put one here. We do need to make sure it's connected to the road. And in fact, over here as well, we're going to come in and we're going to remove the wheat that is here. And part of our rebalancing and making sure we're diversified, this farmhouse is going to prioritize harvesting wheat. And we need to get them to clear this out. Pretty sure this little trick doesn't work, but I would love for them to get rid of that wheat first. And we are going to get this built. And as you can see, we have our beavers coming over. We're going to speed things up so we get things going. Oh, because we got that levee underway, let's make sure they prioritize this. We'll come in and we are going to plant some crops. So we are going to plant a bunch of spatterdock delicacy here for our wonderful beavers. We'll plant a lot of that. And then we're also going to plant a lot of cattail. So we'll come in here for now. And we'll make all that cattail. slow things down just for a moment. Actually, we'll get through the evening here. So let's get some beavers there, but as you notice, we actually are short beavers. I think we might have, yeah, we've got some lazy unemployed beavers here in District 2. So we're going to migrate those 6 beavers over, which will help. While everything is being built, we will need to think about this, and that is housing. So we have our housing complex here, but we need more. We need a lot more housing. So we are going to come around and we are going to place housing here, come in and place a series of platforms. Just make sure they're all going to be connected. And as well, what we want to try to do is get them to prioritize building the platforms. They can build one lodge, but other than that, I want them to prioritize building the platforms. And while we're over here, I think we can try to find a way to get quicker access to the upper level. This is all needing to ensure that we have plenty of beavers for all the new things that we're building. So we're going to come in, we're actually going to build a double platform and connect the path there. So that will give beavers quicker access to up top. Oh, speaking of access, there we go. They now have access to the new lodge. Okay, so that is built. This is underway, but that's just the beginning. So we do need to come in over here to our food, and we're going to need another grill. So we'll place a grill there, but we're actually going to need some grist mills. And I noticed that we have a bunch of dead trees, and we're not hurting for any sort of lumber, so we're just going to get rid of these dead trees. Put our path network in. At least remind ourselves to put that in. And that's the start of that. We can also, while we're waiting for all this, we'll place some bakeries. Now these bakeries don't actually need access to the power that we're going to build. So we'll place 2 bakeries there. We will prioritize one. And actually, one of the things we're going to do is gears. So we're going to come into here. We're going to actually stop the distribution of gears to District 2. Just have a look, see, we got a lot of logs going over and some food, which is fine for now. But in fact, we'll come in and we are going to reduce the amount of grilled potatoes that can go over. We'll only send over a max of 50. There we go. Double check, make sure that's saved. So our distribution limits. Yeah, grilled potatoes, high of 50. Okay, so we're good. So while we have this being built, and now most of that wheat now harvested, we'll come over here. We are going to clear part of this road for now. We'll come in and add another aquatic farming. And we can place that there. We will provide a staircase down, and then we will extend the path network around. There we go. Now this will allow us to expand into this area here. So we'll do that now. Because we'll need a lot of spatterdock as well as a lot of cattail. And we'll see how far that reaches, but we'll start with that for now. And I'm not sure whether all this actually does have wheat growing or not. It does, so we do have some spot for some more wheat. So we can place that here. And wheat's going to become very important, so let's build another farmhouse. So we can come into our food, farmhouse, and there we go. We have another farmhouse that can be built. Just make sure it's connected. We can now connect this here. So we will assign this to grilled spatterdock. So grilled spatterdock, one of the great things about this increases the life expectancy by 15% for both adults and kits. So this is a great thing for us to have for our beaver colony. They'll be extremely happy. Now we will need to build some grist mills. So let's come in here, because we'll need this for our eventual bakery. So let's place 2 of these here. We'll extend out our path network. In fact, as well, we're going to come in behind here and come into our power options, and we're going to build 2 beaver power wheels here. And we can extend a path network as far out as we can. Now we do need to come in here and remove these resources, so we'll do that now. So the grist mill under construction. Now you'll notice we're going to be needing lots and lots of gears. Bakeries require gears, so this one is got everything it needs but gears. And the grist mills will also require gears. So we'll make this the secondary priority. So once we get, actually we're going to flip that around. Well, the bakery's almost done, so we'll let it get its 10th gear. Busy beavers using all the logs that we have here, which is pretty good. Just do a quick check. Yeah, we're definitely short resources, as you've noticed here. So now we have the ability to add a recipe here. So this to the bakery, we're gonna make bread. So the beauty of bread, for adults, it increases their carrying speed by 20%. So that makes everybody more efficient. And for the kits, it extends their life expectancy by 20%. So a lot of bonuses here, and bread is a great one. But what is needed for the bread is we do need the wheat flour. So that's where the grist mill will come in. So we have wheat. As you can see, we have 333 units of wheat, but we have no flour, which is what one of these grist mills will use. We are short resources. We will build a windmill here shortly. In fact, we can look at that right now. We'll come into our power options, and we can build windmill. And then we will put in a straight power shaft. So this will give us plenty of juice. So while all that is being built, let's zip over to where we have a large swath of forestry. And we're going to have to look at what trees we have planted. So we do have a bunch of chestnuts. And funny enough, and we're very happy to plant a bunch of maples, we now actually have too many maples. So we're going to come in, and we are actually going to remove a number of maple trees. Now, I believe these are chestnuts. These are maples, which we'll get rid of. And those are chestnuts. We have some birch intermixed, which is fine. But one of the things that we need is a gathering flag. So come back into food. And the gathering flag allows us to collect chestnuts. So I'm going to come in here, have this built. We'll rush it to get built, and this is just going to prioritize chestnuts. Not that there are any blueberries on this side of the map. In fact, I'm not sure if there's actually any left on the map, but that's fine. So as soon as we get a guy here, and we will prioritize that. Now, also while we're over here, as you know, we unlocked the Tapper Shack. So the Tapper Shack allows us to collect maple syrup, and that will then allow us to make maple pastries. So that will increase the carrying speed of the adults by 10%. And once again, for the kits, life expectancy, another 10%. So we are going to place 2. In fact, we're going to place 3. We're going to place 2 here. Extend the path network up. And we're going to come over here as well to this side, and we will put another Tapper Shack on this side. We do have a lot of maples, but I think what we're going to do as well here is we are going to take a swath of these out. And from there, once those are removed, we will put in some chestnuts. In fact, these are almost all removed here, which is good. But we'll come back as soon as we need to put some chestnuts in. Now, you notice gears. We are in the world of hurt for gears. So we'll lower the priorities of some of these Tapper Shacks. We'll make this one a second priority. We're going to come over here, and we are going to mark this as a high priority so we can get gears here. Because I think what we're going to do as well is we will come into our wood options, and we will place another gear workshop. And we can place that one right here. Oh, and I just realized we were waiting for some trees to be removed. This never actually got connected. So we should now see some beavers come to work back here. Although for the moment, there's no point for them to work there because there are no gears available. And we are short. We are still short people, or I should say beavers. So if we look at District 1, we do have 2 free beds. And let's see. No current unemployed over in District 2. And there's a vacancy over there. There's 6 kits in District 2 and 16 soon. So that will soon resolve itself, which is good. So let's come over here. And one of the things we forgot to do is extend the path network here to help beavers get down here. We will put a temporary path system in here. It shouldn't matter, because I did previously play test this as well, so I know this is possible. But while we're waiting for all this, we will come into our water, and we will put a series of floodgates on this side as well. So that will help secure things. It's definitely what we want to do for the next drought. Oh, which is incoming, and we're going to be a little too late. Did not see that drought coming. We're fine. We're not in dire needs, but I would have loved to be able to secure this and secure more water. But that's fine. We'll do okay. Speaking of okay, you'll notice how we have trees growing here now, and we do need to come in, and we do need to come over here and remove all these dead trees. And once those are removed, we can put chestnut trees in. And in fact, we will add a gathering flag over here as well. so that they can collect some chestnuts as well. So the drought is upon us here come morning. We'll just do a quick check. We have plenty of food and water in District 1, and we have enough as well in District 2. There's only 26 beavers in District 2, so we'll be fine. And what we'll also end up doing here in District 2 for helping food, although not a priority and the main objective of today's episode, but we will run a set of levees along here, along with pathing. And what we will need to do is add a district gate and then the rest of the path network. So as you can tell, we are still short beavers, lots of vacancies. That will solve itself as our kits get older. But we'll just zip right through this drought because we're not worried. Although one of the things, and let's slow down for a moment, that we do need to do is raise that floodgate to hold as much water as we can in this area for the drought. We're a bit at risk. That water level is a little lower than I would like, but that will get solved once we can hold water here, which we have beavers working very quickly to try to solve our floodgate situation. And if we would have been a little quicker on the draw, we would have been fine. But if we can hold this little bit of water here, that's really going to help our food situation. And we might be a tad late. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. And we just got it. Not that there's a lot of water there. Okay, we'll reduce you back down 18 hours. No, okay. We just lost basically all this. It'll die within a day. That's on me, not you beavers. And you guys look pretty bored at the moment. And I can understand why. I'm killing half of your harvest here. So what we'll do is we will make this a normal priority. And I think we'll equalize. We'll have one focusing on spatterdock, one focusing on cattail. So that's looking good. So if we have a look at our situation here, we now have a gear workshop. Now it's actually not attached to the power, which is fine. Because we're going to come back into our food situation. We do have, and this is the best way to see it. You can see for the grist mill, we need at least 2. And we currently are still waiting on gears for everything there. In fact, we're going to remove from the bakery because there's nothing to bake. I think we can change this over to chestnuts because we're short on spatterdock. Yeah, we've got plenty of chestnuts, so we're going to make that one for chestnuts. And we have the opportunity to probably put some more pathing in. Well, we need to at least put some here. So if we have a look, we haven't technically enough grist mills. We do need one more bakery built. So let's put the bakery here. And then we'll put a path network here. But we will make this a low priority along with that second bakery because we do need to dedicate gears. Let's have a look. We have plenty of planks, so we just really need to make gears. I'm going to turn off one of these just so we dedicate more efficiency to the gears. Same thing with paper. We have plenty of paper, which we're not using for anything else at this moment. So we'll turn off the paper mill. That will be for a future episode for us to exploit. Because our goal is to get our food rebalanced and diversified. So I think we'll just jump through and we'll see you on the other side of the drought. We have 1 day of the drought left, and we have a few things that happened. We were able to get this grist mill up and running, so we have wheat flour being produced, which means this bakery can now produce bread. As you can see, we have fluctuating 6, 10, 15 bread. Our grilled potatoes are doing pretty good. And we have grilled chestnuts being made, which is awesome as well. But we are going to do a few things because gears are very much a limiting factor. And now that we're very close to having this power here, we are going to put a shaft here, which will help power the gear workshop, because it's going to be a bit before I think we build anything else in that area, so we might as well get some more gears being produced. As you can see, we have 220 some planks, so we have plenty of opportunity for that. Now, I do want to come over here, and there are a few things we're going to do. First off, we are going to see by solving our problem here by connecting a path. This will hopefully allow us to, as you can see, this levee is accessible, and so is this now. So we should be in a better position to finish this off, expand this, and then, funny enough, destroy this levee system. Our drought has ended. Once the water comes in, we'll be sure to corral it. We will reduce these to half. And I think, yeah, we do need to come in and remove all of this here. Because it is dead, dead, dead. You can see this is as far as this aquatic farmhouse can reach, which is fine. So the aquatic farmhouses do need to be placed near the water. And then I believe the cattails and the spatterduck have to be in this depth of water, which is only 1 deep. Any deeper, I don't think it will grow. And actually, speaking of growing, we secured this area. Not that this is a main priority, but while we're having the opportunity... Oop, hang on. Let's pause things for a moment, slow things down at least. We jumped around. Let's come back over here and let's open this floodgate so we have water coming in. That's extremely important. So we'll have that water come in and thankfully save the food that's being produced here. That is good news. That will be done soon. And by that, I mean this levee system and floodgates over here. But we were going to come over here and put a regular farmhouse. And that is going to allow us to come over here as well and just plant some regular potatoes. So, but we will run a path system here. We will need to remove some carrots, but we will come in and plant some potatoes primarily, but we will also plant some sunflower seeds for District 2. So they'll take a nice diverse set of crops here as well. The potatoes will eventually need further processing, but we will worry about that at a later date. Now we do need to come back over here. We cleared up a lot of space for chestnut trees. So let's come in and plant a bunch of chestnut trees. There we go. Looking good. We are looking good. Now, unfortunately, gears are still very short. This one is almost ready. And thankfully now this is producing gears, which is good. I'm going to turn you off. He is not attached to anything. You come over here. While we have a beaver there? I guess he hasn't reported to work yet. Where are you? He's like, I'm coming, boss, I'm coming, sorry, traffic. Yep, on my way, okay. Okay. It's a gym membership. There you go, dude. All good now. Since we have some unemployed workers, we're going to redesign part of this here in order to add more power. So we will remove this stretch here. Oh, we do actually need to leave a path here. And let me actually, I think we can connect there. So we'll come with the other power wheel, and unfortunately we can't get two in. But I also wonder if we can, yeah, we'll be able to squeeze in another windmill as well. So we will put a power wheel here. And then we'll just come in and do a shaft. Make sure it's pointed the right direction. There we go, all good. And then we'll put a windmill here, and we'll mark that a slightly lower priority as much as I want the power. I do want the gears to go elsewhere. So while we're waiting for all this to rebalance, oh, we have an unconnected building. Okay, that path is now available to us. There we go. And that will allow these guys to farm all this. That is good news. While we're over here, yeah, they're working on getting materials, which is good. See if I get them to remove that pine. That would be nice. Just so I can get another levee there. But we're looking good. So while we're waiting for all this to occur, we can speed things up. We have carrots for days. So we are going to come in and we are going to remove all the carrots that we have in this area. Yeah, carrots. These are potatoes, which are fine. But we have far too many carrots here. Because if you look, we really need actually some more wheat and carrots. So we'll come here as well. And we're going to remove all this here. And we'll make this wheat. Now, while we're looking at things, we're going to make sure things are correctly prioritized. Or in some cases, not prioritized for now. So these guys will equally prioritize all, well, not prioritize anything. Same thing with this farmhouse. Now these guys are planting, these guys are harvesting, these guys are harvesting, which is fine. Come over here, harvesting, planting, but nothing specific prioritized. The only ones we're going to prioritize are these folks here with wheat. And we'll have one prioritized planting, one prioritized harvesting, because wheat is, oh, actually we're doing quite well for wheat. That has improved. So we're doing well. So I'm not too worried. So that is fine. But if we come and look at our food, we are making bread. There is some in stores, but it's really not holding. Speaking of holding, we'll soon be able to hold back all this water, which is good. Carrots, we have way too many carrots. Grilled chestnuts are coming along the way. And our grilled potato situation is doing quite good. So as we get some more production online, this will stabilize. Well, let's come over here. And we will plant potatoes. Those are almost all removed. And let's do a little bit of sunflowers here by the water. Why not? Same thing over here for now. Looking good. So I do think we're really going to have to look at putting another gristmill in to produce more flour. So if we come in here to our food and we'll place another gristmill. Now maybe what we should be looking to do, why are you bored? Oh, because there is no wind blowing, which isn't good. So maybe we'll prioritize at least getting the power wheel going along with this power shaft. Because poor dude, he's like, I want to work, man. Love to work, but you know, reasons. I'm just going to sit here and not memo the boss that, hey, can you help out? Need help elsewhere? No. He is just going to... And now his shift is over. Good, good. That worked out well for you, dude. So if we come back to what we were looking at here before, we have gristmills. Hang on, let's take a... We're going to take a pause here. I love doing little pauses here. So our gear production is extremely low. Our wheat is good. We do need more wheat flour. This will produce the spatterdock flour. Can we rearrange things to get another... You know what we're going to do? We're going to remove this because the bakery does not need to be connected to power. It was just nicely placed there. So let's come in and we'll come back and we will add a second gear workshop. And then what we can do is for food, we can fit in a grist mill. I think that's fine, that'll work. Okay, so we get things going again. So we will prioritize as well the building of the gear workshop. So we'll make that a secondary priority. Because the wind doesn't always blow, or at least at full strength, as we would hope. So this power wheel will soon be online. And there we go. We're good. So that's going to help us with our gears. We're doing well. So as you can see, if you're trying to go from the base food, which is, if you have a look, you start with carrots. Carrots are great. They grow pretty fast. They give life expectancy of 30% to both adults and the kits. Sorry, 30% for adults, 20% for the kits. And then you have potatoes, which is nice and easy to do as well, which you do need a grill, which gives you grilled potatoes. So increases the strength of adults by 30% and the life expectancy of the kits by 25%. So those are very quick and easy things to get going very early on, along with the sunflower seeds, which require no further processing, just like the carrots, and allows for 5% work speed of adults and growth speed of 5% for the kits. So very powerful things, but now that we've started to diversify, you can see we have the bread. You know, as mentioned, the bread will increase the carrying speed of adults by 20% and life expectancy of all kits by 20%, which is great. Our carrots we talked about, grilled potatoes, and we really just need these other things to come online, and that is, you know, due to a shortage of gears. So we'll be back once we have our gear situation sorted out. We've finally been able to expand our levee system over here, so what that's going to allow us to do is we're just going to come in and completely demolish all of this, and it's gone. It's gone. which means we now have even more room for our crops here. Do some cattail here, and then the spatterdock. We will, just in case for future expansion needs, we will run a path system across, and there we go. While we're at it, we are going to increase the height of this floodgate over here. That will probably always stay raised, and the water can flow out of these floodgates. Wow, and if you look here, how things are now compared to when we started this particular episode. So we do have plenty of bread, carrots for days, grilled chestnuts on the go, grilled potatoes, lots of them, as well as sunflower seeds. Now, if you notice, we do have something else requiring a recipe. It is another grist mill, which we're going to do for wheat flour. Because we have plenty of wheat, we might as well get that processed. Now, if we look, we only have one bakery on the go, and we can actually do more. So we have one whoa, oh my goodness, bakery under construction. But let's do another one. So we come into food and bakery here. So this should be allowing us to get all of our baked goods made. And yeah, we can we can put that right there. We'll put it right up against. Oh, what we should do, I notice we have opportunities for a path. So we'll put one there for now. Might move it, but we don't want to forget that we do want a connection coming in through here. So that is good. So the important things to remember when diversifying your food, depending where you are in the game, it's going to take a little longer to get all the food possibilities that currently exist. So start with carrots. They're plentiful, they grow quickly, and of course, always fill in your gaps. Let's do that while we're over here. We will put in potatoes there, and we'll put potatoes here as well. So this gives us plenty of food production. So you start with the carrots, you move on to potatoes, and then you can build a grill, which doesn't require any power, it just requires one beaver. And then you get plenty of grilled potatoes. As you can see, our colony is now well stocked with grilled potatoes. And then you can move on to sunflower seeds, or maybe sunflower seeds first. Give you a small buff, which are pretty good. We probably could use growing more. In fact, what we are going to do is we'll come down and we'll put sunflower seeds in this space here. And we will actually prioritize these guys as sunflower seeds. That will help, because these ones can do everything else in this area. But I don't want these guys being distracted by other potentially, tastier food such as the carrots. So once you move on to that, you have options. The aquatic farmhouse does allow you to plant cattail, which you do need to get processed into cattail flour, which we have going on here, which then allows you, as soon as you get another bakery or a bakery, and we have bread currently being made, is then you can have the cattail crackers, which those gives you the boost of 10% carrying speed and 10% life expectancy. So that's pretty sweet. Now, the other things you can do with the aquatic stuff, and that's much easier, is the spatterdock, which you just require a grill. So if we find a grill that is currently grilling our grilled spatterdock, actually, do we even have that? Given the amount of spatterdock that we have, 400, it kind of implies that no, we actually don't have a grill producing spatterdock or a grilled spatterdock. So let's do that. Let's find a spot. We can put one here. We will prioritize it. It just requires logs, and we'll preset this to grilled spatterdock. Now, another easy one, as you can see here, are grilled chestnuts. So as soon as you get a forester and you start planting trees, you can gather chestnuts. Now, to gather the chestnuts, as we did over here, we do need a gathering flag, and it will gather chestnuts within its range. Then with that, you can just grill them, and then you get grilled chestnuts, which gives 10% strength and 5% life expectancy. So all pretty good. So those are the easier ones. Now, as you move up, things like the maple pastries, you do need a lot of science to unlock the tapper shack. And then, of course, you do need a bakery and a grist mill producing wheat. So you need the wheat flour to make the maple pastry with the maple syrup. So pretty good. And that is a great way, and that is probably one of the more harder ones to get. So we're doing good. So let's just zoom along here, and we'll be back as soon as we have all our bakeries in place. We're very close to having our third bakery up and running. While we're waiting for that, we're going to get our second bakery up, and we'll make cattail crackers here. Why not? So we'll get those going. Speaking of going, there's a drought that's about to be going on, which is fine, because we're going to wrap this up here soon and do a quick review as we wait for one more gear. So while we're waiting for that, if you have enjoyed today's content, it would mean a lot to me if you just hit that like button. That definitely helps the video be seen by more people. I'd very much appreciate it. And you know what also is going to be appreciated here? Is maple pastries. That is now the last of the food diversity for now. So we have everything we need being built and processed here. In today's episode, we started diversification by being extremely lucky working in an aquatic farmhouse and just sitting on your duff. Wow. I think we can, while we're here, let's remove a worker here. So we have these aquatic farmhouses that do have to be near the water. And then we have the cattail and spider being planted. As a little side project, we help secure more food for District 2. So they're all very happy with that. And then we really started taking advantage and building a bit of a powerhouse here of food production. We've added more grills, which grilled chestnuts. And the grilled chestnuts required a gatherer to get the chestnuts going. And then we have our grist mills, which are processing wheat flour here, cattail flour, and we have another one also producing wheat flour. The wheat flour allows us to make bread, and along with maple syrup, with the tapper shack, we are getting now maple pastries as soon as we get, there we go, somebody's now working there. And then cattail crackers from the cattail flour, looking really, really good. Do have somewhere, here it is, this grill guy, he's waiting for spatter duck. So that's another great easy one. So as soon as you get some spatter duck, he'll get harder work. So it's a great way to diversify your food here in Timberborn. And now District 1 is going to be well fed, great buffet. What are we going to do next episode? I think we're going to go boom. No, we're not going to blow things up. Well, we are likely to blow things up, and we'll leave it at that. So I would like to thank you for watching. And next episode, looking forward to seeing you. We'll do some booming as well as we'll deal with another drought incoming. But we are more than well prepared for that. So with that, thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.